Hey Mavs fans, this is Ask the GM, sponsored by CCR Roofing. Let's get to some questions.
Ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me.
Chad T asks, what improvements are the Mavs making both on and off the ice for 2015-16 to keep the game exciting for fans?
Well, I think that question can be answered on a lot of different levels. First and foremost, from a league level, one of the things that we just got back from Las Vegas in the governor's meeting, and we actually approved two pretty significant rule changes that fans are going to see moving into next year. The first, of course, being overtime now becomes a 3-on-3, and that's going to align more with the NHL and the American Hockey League, so that fans, hockey fans everywhere, whether it be NHL fans, AHL fans, ECHL fans, they can adapt to of course, following anything and knowing the rules. They'll be much better educated. The second part of that, of course, is our shootouts. Instead of 5 shooters, now they go down to 3. Which changes the dynamics a little bit, but I think you're going to see a very exciting style of play once you hit overtime. I think teams are certainly going to be going for that extra point a lot more in a 3-on-3 where there's a lot of ice, and you're going to start to showcase a lot more skill in that overtime period. So I think you're going to see a reduction in shootouts. So from a league level, there are some of those changes. From the team side of things, again, I go back to it, but just that affiliation with the New York Islanders and the ability to scout, and I think you're going to see tomorrow's stars today here with the Missouri Mavericks. I think you're starting to see a new era where players that are going to be coming through the Missouri Mavericks doors and playing at the IEC, you're going to start to see them playing in the National Hockey League one day. And I know the statistics are well out there. As far as how many players have played in the ECHL that have moved on and are now playing or have played in the National Hockey League. Obviously, Jonathan Quick is one that comes to mind, the goaltender for the Kings, who's Stanley Cup winner a couple times. It's Scott Darling was in the Stanley Cup winner this year with the Chicago Blackhawks. So, I could go on and on. I mean, I just picked 2, but I think you're going to start to see a lot of players that have come through our doors that are moving up and extending their career and playing in the National Hockey League someday, which is fantastic. It's a younger style of play. I think everybody recognizes it's faster, and I think most people would conclude that it's a better style of play. So from that standpoint, I think we're preparing for that ECHL, whereas again last year, at this time we weren't. And so I think that will be one of the biggest differences. On the business side of things, there's several changes, as a lot of times we have year to year. Again, this is the 50th year of professional hockey in Kansas City, and we're going to be rolling that out and celebrating that. We have some exciting things that we'll be unveiling throughout the year. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself on that side of things, but that is kind of an exciting thing this year that I think the entire area can celebrate. We will have bigger promos, bigger prizes. Again, don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I think that will be very, very exciting. One of the things we're investing a lot in is a new mobile application. I think with the new app, it's really going to allow our fans to connect with us away from the IEC or even at the IEC. And I think people will be very, very excited once we roll that out and unveil that. A lot of work is going into that. So I think that's going to be something, again, that people can get very, very excited about. The other thing, too, is an expanded ticket exchange, for our season ticket holders, more dates, more opportunities to exchange their tickets. Again, something that we've heard and we've built upon every single year is that opportunity, and how can we continue to make that better? And we've had some great feedback from that, and I think that fans are going to be very, very excited when they see what that looks like this year. Also, I think what's important to note is all ECHL teams this year have to be HD TV. So all of their feeds from across, when you're watching away games, they will all now be HD feeds. And I think that was an important step, I think, for our league to take in order to really make our product the best it could possibly be. And I think our fans are very much going to notice a significant difference now from venue to venue now being all HD to watch us on the road. I think that experience will be much better. I also think that, you know, when we look at, we wanted to increase the opportunities for us to watch us when we go on the road. And, you know, one of the things we are looking at is maybe some select games on television. That's something that we're working on, as well as increased locations to be able to watch our away game, you know, our away game watch parties, if you will. You know, we want those to be accessible for our fans geographically everywhere. And I think that that's something that, again, we've listened and we want to try and increase that, again, give as many people the opportunity to watch us away from the IEC as possible. And that's something that people will start to see increased areas where they can catch a Mavericks game when we're on the road. Well, and to close, thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you, fans, for submitting all of your questions. I know I couldn't get to all of them today, but hope to do more in the future. And as always, you know, it's July and we start talking hockey now. It's getting very exciting. We can't wait for October. So thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you at the IEC here in October.